Hello.
Hi, everyone.
What I'm finding interesting is that the apparent danger of the Razfiend, which you guys definitely feel, just causes the party to be even more deadly in your kind of insane combos and dungeon mastering.
Combo.
It's fantastic.
Can I just say, I love that it's just like, okay, I'm going to attack now. It's like, sorry, Ben. No. You don't get to attack. It's like, yeah, I do it. It's like, yeah, at disadvantage.
Our basic method is that we all just do things that stop you from having a turn.
Yeah,
until you have no hit points left.
Which is wonderful, and that's good. It's good. And you guys are amazing at it. So congratulations.
Anyway,
I'm glad
an ancient red dragon
appears. Fear and intimidation. That's right. And I have to do 5 Razfiends next time. Obviously, no, because if they do attack, they're rather deadly. So cool. You are now.
They do attack. They're rather deadly.
Spitting on the decks again. What do you do?
Take a long rest.
Rest.
Yeah, rest.
So you're gonna rest. So you sort of stagger inside.
Yes.
No,
just collapse
on the deck.
Right where you are.
I'm a crocodile, at least for the next few hours.
You untransform into out of being a crocodile, I suppose, at some point.
I could lay hands on you and heal you, and then you could go down and get us some treasure.
Oh yeah, let me do that.
What treasure are you talking about?
No, the Razfiend. If there's anything on the body.
No one's mentioned treasure yet still, but there must be treasure somewhere. We just killed it somewhere. We just killed a dragon. I suppose you could sort of think that sort of thing. Just giving you some help.
No, I'm a crocodile. I don't think that way.
I located an object on the phylactery, and there was some interference. So I'm kind of guessing.
That was heavy metals. It was heavy metals.
With my intelligence of 7, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Getting some distortion from some magical treasure.
I'm not too damaged, Ben, so I might stroll out. I want to check out this room that the elves were in, just to sort of make sure there's no Remorazes in there.
There's another 4 Remorazes.
Yes, definitely stir up the hornet's nest.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a good idea.
I do want to sort of sneak in there and not...
Killair also pulls himself out of the water.
Who does?
Killair, Arrowswift, the
Man,
rider.
He is a latecomer.
The elf rider who.
Everything.
That's right. The elf rider who. So they all 3 of them came bolting out of this. No, he sent them to go and look, didn't he? Yeah, he must have been somewhere involved in all that chaos that was happening. Yeah,
being a hero.
He's been a big help.
Pat him down, baby. Pat down his pockets. I don't know where he was. He was probably pilfering.
There's no sign. He walks out and he's sort of desperately searching the waters for his the second of the elves who accompanied him. And then when you walk out, Corin, he then accompanies you gingerly into this weird room. So this was a tower of some sort. Most of the roof has collapsed. There's also a bit of
so the men's spell didn't go off.
That's right. There's a bit of no, fortunately for everyone, in the galactic plane.
Not bad.
You have to leap over, I suppose, the enormous hole in the decking, or sort of sidle your way over, or to try and do so. You don't fall in. And looking down into this water, which is stiller because it's separated somewhat from the waters of the rest. You can in fact see these clutches of green, weirdly glowing, eggs that look about as big as footballs, but you haven't seen any footballs, so you imagine as big as someone's head down in the water there. They're peculiar and sort of it's covered in kind of a mucus that makes them shine and glisten under the water.
American football or European football?
I think we're heading for Alien.
I invent a new sport. I turn to the elf and I say, "Is this what you were looking for?"
Yes, these are eggs. This is Razfiend spawn. These will turn into those fell beasts. We are lucky to form us and have an opportunity to destroy them before they destroy us.
I have been burned by the acid of this horrible creature, and I will take great pleasure in removing more of them from the world if you'd care to join me.
Let us do it together. And he hits scimitar again.
All right, I pull out my rapier and
is this where the montage begins?
So you can sort of clamber down in piles of wood. Collapsed roof has sort of filled up the sort of first half of this floor, and so you can just have your heads just above the water. It's kind of pretty gross stuff, but yeah, you can pierce these eggs and smash them and kick them in and shatter them, and you both get to doing that.
I mean, Derek levels up faster than everyone
Yeah, I
else
reckon
because
Derek's
he's
just an
basically
XP
just...
junkie.
Can I just
No,
jump
no,
into the
no.
range of the
Yes,
XP
it's
coming
much
out?
What was that?
I'm definitely much more interested in killing these things than
Yeah.
Any kind of treasure. This is very good for me.
That's right.
Could you now call them can you get advantage on all Rimmeras now? Like you've known them, you know them.
The Razfiends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Your
I
chosen
don't know.
enemy.
You've had them between your teeth, so
You know
I
what they
think you know
taste.
them as just as well.
You've literally got a taste for them.
Do you transform back into a person, Nathan?
Yes. Then
Yes.
I immediately just go, oh no, and go to rest. Because I have no spells.
Can I not cast? Can I use my Staff of Healing?
Ooh. Yes.
I have a Staff of Healing.
You
You
did.
did. You
So I
guys
can-
found that in the ruins of
I can cure mass wounds
Wraithkeep.
on everyone.
Whoa.
Nice.
Well, I have
Do you
1
have-
HP.
So you all get 3d8 plus 3 hit points.
Ooh.
Do you all
Yay.
gather together in that room? Is that right?
It's got a
All
30 foot.
except Corin.
It's got a 30-foot radius.
Nice.
So
Where
it
do you
might
went
even
to,
get Corin. I don't know how far away he is.
That's a good amount back. It's nice.
Does it also heal all of the
Emotions?
eggs as well while he's destroying them?
Yeah. I was about to say, do you heal and bring back every single person that's ever lived in this town?
I get to choose up to 6 creatures. So I'm
Nice.
just not going to choose the eggs.
Good
I
call.
choose
That's a
my
good-
companions.
Oh,
Aww.
those aren't the lich, right? That your companions are us.
No, the lich is more than 60
And
feet
the
away.
manticore?
Oh, okay.
Because there's only 4 of us.
Sure.
Or
Yes.
5. Yeah.
So sitting around, having a rest, having a break, so you
Yeah.
can recover all your stamina. Plus, has anyone got any physical damage left?
Probably Nathan.
Nathan will.
Yeah, 3d8 plus 3 is not enough for Nathan.
So you can also gain your level in and that's
Oh,
yeah. If
Are you taking a long
5,
rest?
8,
Yeah, taking a
plus
long
3.
rest, are you?
18
Yeah.
plus
Yeah.
3, 21. Then half my level. I'm on 20.
You can recover up to 3 hit dice, or I can, with a long rest.
I don't know that that's in Ben's rules.
In our rules, you just recover your level, in hit points.
Alright.
If for physical damage, all your stamina's back though. So your stamina goes back up to maximum.
That means I'm back up.
Killaire, about halfway through, everyone just collapsing, says, "So you said there was a dragon?"
Hmm.
Yeah, disinterested. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can I just say, as
A
a
blue
players,
one,
we're amazing.
Maybe
like-
there was.
Dragon Horde, not interest player. It's like, John didn't tell us, we don't do it.
Did anyone search for its horde?
John.
Jaw, did you?
Jaw did,
Oh.
but all he found was the phylactery.
Oh.
A what?
Why
And
would you,
da-da-da-da-da-da.
why would you say
He
that?
hasn't seen it.
Isn't Corin the
No, I
investigator?
stowed it in my robe.
Oh, okay.
You weren't listening.
Don't worry,
We
the
are
necromancer
such a
won't get
good
it.
party.
Excellent.
Yeah.
This is like the time
Phylactery.
you got skeletons out with the elves.
Literally pulling his skeletons out of the closet. Like,
Anyway.
You found a what? A phylactery? A lich's phylactery?
No. A
you
file.
misheard me.
A file of action. It gives you an
I'd
extra
make it roll
attack.
something.
Give me a bluff check. Give me a
A
bluff check.
file of accuracy.
A file of acne.
A
A
potion of
vial
acrimony.
acne.
A vial of acne. It's a new spell.
A file of acne.
What are we looking at? A persuasion?
Deception?
Yeah.
Persuasion?
Bluff.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
they're
it's a no
both
bluff.
the same. So 16.
16. He looks at you with furrowed brows. All of you kind of simultaneously try and come up with sort of stories and excuses.
Because he speaks
Hang on,
Elvish, Ben.
elves can't do
Common's
that.
not his first language.
He's just like, oh, that's true, Nathan. That's true.
It's true. If we're going to play both ways, Benjamin. We're going to play both ways.
Oh. It's like, you are a peculiar bunch. I'd come here to help you, but perhaps you don't deserve my help.
We killed a dragon
What do you want us to do?
We removed the Raz
and
cord.
two Rimaraz, one dragon. How many?
Wasn't
Four
this
trolls.
outpost a big problem for your community?
Yes.
Haven't we done you a massive favor?
Did we single-handedly come in and venture here to do this without any support from you because you turned up late?
That
But-
I don't think you're a
Can I-
good
This
companion.
fool Menu abandoned us before we could accompany him.
Can I just say? I'm going to go. But yes, you killed the dragon, and then you killed the Rimaraz, and you single-handedly took down all those trolls.
There's a Remoraz here as well? What?
Oh yeah. So you killed
That does sound like a Ben game. Oh, and there's a Remoraz. I
Wrong
can see
And-
Remoraz
and
be here.
wait,
Really,
let's get
what?
the quote right. Let's get the quote right. Oh, yeah, stuff it. It comes out here.
Oh wait, can I take it back? No.
I throw lemons at it.
My favorite thing was
Lemons?
you crossed the crest of the hill, and you see a Rimaraz
Standing in front of the dungeon, it was.
standing in front of the dungeon.
Waiting for you to come and kill it.
So yeah, no, I just tell him that like you are the hero. You can go back and here.
He sighs and shakes his head, and may you travel well. However, wherever your travels may lead you, and he gives you a sort of a sideways glance, Johnny Fagrin, and sort of through slits of eyes, and then shakes his head and then heads up the stairs.
I do this. I turn around. And go. And a thumbs up.
He doesn't see you.
It's an
Very
Elvish thing.
D&D.
So you guys
It's an Elvish thing.
continue resting.
Yeah.
He takes the 3 owls and flies off.
He doesn't take
Also,
mine.
What happened to your owl, Nathan?
He's still here.
And he takes the 4 owls.
No,
in fact, then,
no,
yes.
you
Oh,
In fact, no. So you hear the sound of
Elves are
owls leaving.
particularly ungrateful, aren't they?
You hear the sounds of the owls leaving, and it never even occurs to you that he might have been taking your owl as well. Which of course isn't your owl because you literally stole it from the elves just like 2 hours ago.
I borrowed it. I got permission.
There's only
what about
one
our-
loyal
what about
owl,
our-
and that's Hedwig.
what about our boat? Is that still here?
Skeleton-powered fairy.
Yeah.
Yes, the boat is crashed up against this dock. Yeah, sort of
Okay.
just like
Because
where
I
that
don't,
Dragon Mini is kind of thing. Yeah.
I don't
Nothing
recall
means
anybody
it.
actually tying it up.
Yes. Should we see if the boat is floated away? Ready? Yes. No.
Quick
Has the boat
question.
Floated away? No.
Another-
Oh my god.
Oh.
I hate you,
Lucky.
die.
Quick
It's
quick
still
question,
there.
Ben. Is it still floating? Because let's be honest, that was a larger
been
concern
smashed.
than it floating away. But it didn't float away because it sunk.
We need
So you guys are all sitting there, and someone says, "Did anyone tie up the boat?"
You know what, guys? It doesn't matter. I have an owl.
I'm taking a long rest. I can't go and investigate whether
That's
the
right.
boat's been tied up.
Yeah,
If
no,
I have
you
to
can-
dig in 8 hours doing nothing.
No, you can do things during a long rest.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
right.
think you're going to go and investigate whether the boat's been tied up. I don't think that's what
You can go outside and have a look.
I'm a deep
Yeah.
sleeper.
but like I don't want to raise my heart rate if the boat's not
Right.
there.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
I don't care. I've got to know.
He can't. You know
Yeah,
what?
it's a
Murray's character
sensitive
can do a
bee.
lot, but he can't handle disappointment well. Like that's his one weakness. He just you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right,
Good.
Ben, I'm going to climb down this hole.
Okay, so you can't stand
Well,
there.
why?
Because
That's
'Cause
just
it's
metagaming.
it
It's like
goes
a hole.
somewhere.
It's a hole.
So
He's
you
exploring
wander
the
off.
building. He's
People
found the
are
hole.
getting themselves ready to sort of waking up and after their rest in the morning, and you wander over and you're standing there looking down the hole, just thinking, what is down that hole?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
It's a nice cold day. Why don't I jump into a wet?
And you
Uh,
finally dry.
Hey, John.
Dry.
It's a whole new
12.
world.
12. It just looks like rubble and crap. Yeah, just looks like
Okay.
a stone has crashed through the floor here. Maybe the roof's collapsed
A
and has
stoner.
smashed this floor. Yeah.
All right, I come back.
Just ask the question.
I've asked you so many times and you never say yes.
No one's asked the
I have.
question.
Hey,
No one's asked the question. Even the elves went
Jaw,
and then they
my good
walked
friend.
off. No one's actually said it yet. I've been waiting.
Joel, my good friend, my good companion. What else was down there?
Oh, nothing.
Sorry to peek.
I love. We're walking away. We're
Make a
walking
roll,
away. We
Joel.
trust
I want
you.
to see if you could bluff me.
Okay,
No, nothing of much interest really. Some jewels and swords and nothing of any real value.
One of those sword had a +2 on it. I don't know.
Just a bit of gold, really. But
But
Material.
no, we got what we really wanted. The phylactery.
So John didn't go through the hole, did he?
He didn't.
No.
He swam in underneath.
He swam
And
in
you
underneath.
also, Jaw, you remember you also have a periapter, which is like a little
Oh,
thing.
yeah. Do you remember that? Perry.
Also pick that up. Oh, there was this as well. You discover. I'm just going to look up what it actually is.
A Perry.
I'm sorry. What did I pick up? A peri? What?
Peri chicken pizza.
Very chicken burger.
An item bought is a charmer and amulet. Yes, periapt.
Delicious.
Periapt.
Just a pair.
You know it's good because it has a
You also
unique
find
name.
this beautiful thing that looked quite attractive to you. And you weren't 100% sure it wasn't the phylactery, so you also fetched it. And you find it in your pocket. Oh, this is in my pocket.
Oh yes, I got this too, but it's not the phylactery, so I guess it's useless really. I might as well just throw it into the ocean.
Can I just say, it's like a gem the size of like. It's just
You know
one flawless ruby.
No
Someone stop
one's
him.
going to stop
him throwing it.
Well, I'm not there.
I'm waking up. I'm not a morning person. I'm an elf. Elves don't sleep. How do I rest? Do I just stand there
catch it
awkwardly?
just as
You
it's
catch it.
leaving his hand.
You catch it. Okay, excellent. And have a look at it. Give me like an Arcana check or something, or whatever the heck that is in
I can
D&D.
do an Arcana check.
That's a thing. Hooray!
I have
Use
+6 on
library.
Arcana. 19.
Yes, it appears to be a charm of wisdom +2.
Ooh,
Oh wow.
that's handy.
Yes.
And yet
take
the
that.
man wielding it was going to throw it away. He must have really rolled badly.
We still don't know, strictly speaking, that there's anything else down there. Well, I suppose you probably. If
You
that was
mentioned
down there.
gems, gold, other
Yeah,
things
okay.
that wouldn't be of interest.
Quick question.
Yeah.
On the dragon, we would have checked the dragon's body, and it's been lying on gold. So does it have like gold all in its scales and stuff like that? Is there like some,
Dragon's nowhere to be seen. The last time Murray saw the dragon was underwater in a flurry of deadly horror, and he only barely escaped with his life and emerged to the surface. So who knows? The dragon's somewhere.
when you were fighting him? Are there coins everywhere on the ground? Did it have it on it? And every time it got hit, it had like. I'm just wondering if that because usually didn't dragons like they encrust themselves with.
But Jaw has just said that there is other treasure down there. So who wants
Yeah.
to go and investigate?
I'm going to go and investigate.
But I did say
gonna go down
it's
this
not
hole.
really worth.
I'm
It's
gonna
not
go down
really
this
worth
hole
going
here.
down there.
I think
It's-
Manu
jumped
should go
down.
I'm
down.
going to go down this hole
Only
here.
if he can be a giant.
But I'm
sea
not going to jump down. I'm going to use my grappling hook and climb down.
I just want to stress that
I don't listen to him.
there's nothing worth.
So it is
just
pretty
some
murky
gold
down
and
there.
jewels and
It is murky down there and muddy, but
maybe,
there are
maybe
yes,
a crown or two.
piles of gold and silver, and there is there's actually some pieces of armor that look remarkably clean given their underwaterness and uncorroded.
I
Maybe
pull
an
out my
elven
bag of
ring.
holding
Yes.
and
Fills with
just
water.
kind of sweep up as much as I
It's
can.
got to have so much water in it.
So you pull the bag of holding out, and
It just fills with water.
as you open it up, you notice there's a tear down the side of it, and you kind of try and sweep it through,
Hey,
and it
Derek.
appears to be behaving like
Oh.
a perfectly normal bag, a
Derek,
piece of torn old hessian, in fact.
Oh,
That's terrible.
Johnny, do you have a mending spell?
I certainly do.
Yeah.
Would
I
you
don't
like
know
me
if
to
it's
mend
going to
it?
restore our bag of holding.
Do you come to the surface going, my bag of holding's broken?
Well, so all of that's under the water? How far under the water? Like how many feet under the water?
10 feet.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I've got to sort of swim down to it.
Cold diving.
That's too much effort. Let's just move on, right?
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying all
Okay,
along.
I
All right, I'm mending
come
the
back
bag
up to
of
the
holding.
surface and
You're going to try and mend the bag of holding?
I'm gonna succeed.
Okay.
That's a DC
give me
60.
Give me evens odd roll for again to see whether you go off or not.
oh,
You're not going to do yes or no roll.
Odd.
Because you don't.
is phylactery.
No, odd means that nothing happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just
That's right.
the spell
Yeah,
goes
just
off normally.
That's why I'm disappointed. That's right.
So I
Okay.
mend it.
You know what you could do, Tony, to really disappoint Ben would be to not use magic from now on. It'd be like, no.
No, I love the special effects.
Yeah, Johnny, what do? I pull out my crossbow.
Yeah. I command my minion 3
Give me an Arcana check, Johnny. Fagan.
Oh, to mend a bag of holding? I think I should just mend it.
Give me an
Yeah.
Arcana check.
Something else is happening.
All right. 11.
But hang on, isn't that the joint of the skeletons? You're destroying their home.
I've got a mending spell, I think. You cast mend on the bag. Excellent.
Yeah,
What
the
do you do
quick that's a does the bag mend?
The bag, is the hessian of the bag seals
Oh.
itself up. A
The
lovely bag.
hessian on the bag seals itself up.
But the bag is not. I open the bag and put my hand in it.
Your hand reaches the bottom of the bag.
Oh dear. Well, I
That's
throw
weird.
that to the
And
side.
that's not how mending works.
Yeah.
It,
It
Does this-
does in this particular incident.
no, I think it is because by tearing it, whenever we tore it, we turned it into a normal bag.
So we got
So
three
when
copies.
you cast mending on it, it just turns it into a
We got three
mended
copies.
normal bag.
Create a
Three
magic.
skeletons.
I can.
Hey, actually,
Mend will mend a
simply
magic
said-
item.
This spell can physically repair a magic item or construct, but the spell can't restore magic to such an object. So yeah, I'm in my imagination that it's been damaged and it's not a bag of holding at the moment.
Is this because we could just like use this wealth and create our own story and just run off and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's because you used the bag of holding in an extremely unusual way, and I just in my imagination it might have got damaged in the process. That's all. It makes
Man, can't keep his tongue inside his head, and he breaks our bag of holding.
sense.
Oh, he's not friends with my manticore.
I don't know that this is all on me.
I think it
Love it.
is.
There's genuine disconnect. Everyone's standing around just going, the bag of holding is broken, and it's like, that's
Well-
fine. It's fine.
Well,
No,
let's
that's
just look-
fine.
no, let's just give up.
Well, I
think we
don't
should just
really
go.
see the problem. So let's go.
What's the armor? What kind of armor? What's the fit look like when you tell us about it?
So I'm going to go down and start pulling the armor and weaponry out that hasn't been touched by the ravages of time, and I'm also looking around for any baubles that are larger or more interesting than mere coinage,
and especially the Arkenstone.
and especially the Arkenstone.
Anyone have sense
the
magic
armor
at all?
comes out. It's a beautiful, beautiful golden engraved piece of full plate armor. With you've managed to retrieve almost all the components.
I'll take that.
Nice.
Do you want to
No,
do
no,
an
no.
Arcana check on it, Johnny?
As
Go
the
on,
druid,
Go on.
Give it to Fagrin.
As
want me
the
to-
monk who
Yeah,
does
yeah.
utter
Let's
combat.
play the-
Whoever wants to try and identify it with Arcana.
I can Arcana it.
Arcana it.
I'm gonna
17.
I'm going to arcana you as well.
I'll Arcana it just because I can with a
Can we have a
minus 2.
close? Can we have a close up on Murray, Nathan? Is that possible?
Sure.
I can zoom in. Hang on. Let me zoom in.
No, you don't have to zoom in it. No, Murray, it. So
Too far,
Johnny,
too
it's
far.
a +2 set of full plate armor.
Wow.
Ooh.
That looks like a tool wood.
For-
He's gonna
yeah,
wear a
yeah.
+2.
In the sizing of a gnome.
Yeah. I will have a
Ah,
very
you gotta
protected
snort.
forearm.
A quick question.
There is a
can-
gold necklace, Corin, which you find, which looks like it's worth about 800 gold pieces.
Okay.
Me and Johnny, can I help you and we both do a sense magic? Do you have sense magic?
I have detect magic.
Detect. I was just thinking if
What's your weapon, Corin?
Rapier.
Yeah, that's right. Who's going to cast detect magic? Yeah.
I'll
Who's
cast detect
firing?
magic and then I will give very,
Okay.
very boring instructions. To the left. No.
Don't they
Your
all
other leg.
don't they shine up? Don't they fluoresce when you cast detect magic?
In just in Murray's vision, yeah.
and he plays the warmer colder game. Warmer,
Yeah.
warmer,
That one down.
colder,
Left, no,
cold.
other left.
It is frustrating, Corin, but eventually he does direct you to something that it was indeed there, even though it didn't seem there. It's narrow and thin. In fact, it's a long, beautiful rapier that
Okay.
glistens once you wipe the rub off. Once you wipe the rub off it, once you rub the mud off it, and when it's pulled out of the water and shown to those with arcane knowledge, it is in fact a +2 rapier.
I've already got one of those, so
Oh.
somebody else can
Dual
have it.
wield. Dual wield.
Maybe dual wield. All right, I'll see if I can do that. Cool. Anything else magic down there?
Okay, and then so there's a whole lot of coins. Yeah, do you want to just try and take just the gold pieces and platinum pieces, maybe?
Yeah.
Platinum pieces. I think.
Managed to fish out 200 platinum pieces and
Wow.
2,000 gold pieces.
And
It's about and then there's a whole lot of silver and copper, which is just going to be too heavy to carry without a bag of holding.
a quick question: was there as a druid, is there any woody cool stuff?
There's nothing else really there of use.
Oh,
It's
that's
a
so
+2
good.
rapier.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
I thought you
true.
didn't have a +2 weapon. That would have been nice.
I'm a scimitar, but like, yeah.
What's your scimitar, Nathan?
It's about it's got range 5 foot.
Not
It's got a hit +6. It's got
Okay,
damage.
Can we actually go back and I'll say it's a scimitar because that was the
Yeah.
intention to give someone a really nice weapon, and I didn't realize you already had a +2 rapier. Sorry,
Yes, you already did that.
it's a +2 scimitar.
Yay!
Can we have a
Excellent.
transformation spell, Ben?
Yes,
Very
that's right.
transform.
Hang on. I'll wild shape it again because I love that
Oh,
spell.
Do you know the
Wild
you need
shapes.
you need the record thing, like the
Yeah.
record scratch, like scratch that.
I think I have a record thing. Did I actually upload it in the end or just use it? So can I read you something really cool? So the allegiance points, the alliance points with the elves, depends on their continuing attitude to you as a party and how much they'll help at the end. And you can have at worst 8 alliance points. More than 9 gets you a reasonable force of elves at a later date should it become required, and more
At Helm's
14
Deep.
or higher gets you just amazing. They help you out wonderfully. So the conditions to gain alliance points from the elves are slain Razfiend, 1 alliance point each. So you get 2 points for 2 slain Razfiends. So hooray! Impress the elves. For each of the 4 elves of Star Song that are made friendly to them, you get 1 alliance point. So or if any of them made helpful, you get 2 alliance points. So if you really had befriended them or got them on side or made them trust you or felt you were fantastic, you could have got up to 8 alliance points there. Memorable performance, if anyone performs or does something beautiful or is dressed beautiful, whatever, you can get a bunch of alliance points. Kindness, if anyone's kind to them, if someone helps out an elf or gives 100 gold pieces. So we did kind of do.
You mean like You mean like when I went along to go along and kill the Razveen that killed one of the people, the elves that were there, and I'm basically avenging.
If you defeat the Red Hand in rest, then you get another 2 alliance points.
Seeing as I'm not going to tart it up for these guys.
Which is 6. So yeah, unfortunately, you don't even reach the lowest conditions.
No,
We're going to find an army of halflings.
Hang on. The point of order.
We got a lich.
I am an elf.
Yeah.
You've got a lich. Who needs bloody elves? That's right.
So I am an elf, and I'm very impressed. These guys are my friends. I went along and I'm actually sure the brother died, but I'm avenging him, and I killed the Razveen, which was one of the missions she asked me to do. So
Yeah,
I feel like I'm carrying the weight and not
on
like
a technicality on that one.
That's right.
And
You
look,
definitely got 6
can I
alliance
just
points.
say, is not dancing skeletons a performance in nothing in no else? Like nobody's seen that magic. It was a magic trick.
So you got less than this. While the elves might be helpful to the PCs for driving off the Red Hand, they haven't convinced them to join the cause. They refuse to risk their lives defending anywhere. And when they, furthermore, attempts to get them to join the fight will only cause their patience to wear thin. But you haven't reached that condition, so they're more hostile than that towards you.
They're more hostile than that.
Good.
Well, they didn't do us any favors by being so elf-like.
That's right. Yes, elves are fickle and difficult to have conversations with without offending. They get offended so easily, don't they, Derek?
Well, it's because they're so dumb.
That's racist.
It was the person who said. Yeah, okay, good. I'm not going to say that comment. Right, excellent. Fantastic. What do you do?
Wasn't it the whole submarine thing that probably started it all? What we
Can I
need
just say,
is
I
a
was away. I leave you for
submarine.
1 week. 1 week I
think
leave you, and you.
Flippancy is a problem with the elves, definitely, and there was definitely a lot of flippancy happening. That's for
That
sure.
was probably yes.
And then the
that's
necromancer, and then the undead, and then the undead was the big moment. Yes.
Yeah.
We have killed 3 of those Razveens, though.
No,
Oh,
we killed.
really?
How many eggs did you kill?
That gives you another extra point, so you're on 7.
What do we need?
Well,
Like
8 to get the
14.
worst condition. That's right. You need
8
14 would be great.
Oh,
No
Nine.
way. There's no way.
And did we? Quick question: did we impress the elves who stood on and watched as we destroyed a dragon, 4 trolls, and a Razveen? As they
turned
watched
up
on?
after.
Well, no, they were
Yeah,
right
they-
behind me. That was the whole.
No, they. If we can't see them, they don't exist.
Yeah, don't worry. And when they left, they tore the bag of
game
holding.
can't render them, Nathan. Like
Yeah.
it was
The
too
render
much on the
distance.
screen at the time.
Oh, you've rendered them, but rendered them. That's right. Unsatisfied. Unsatisfied. I can't
I
speak.
think they're impressed with our
Unsatisfacted.
skill, but they don't
They
like
were
us. And
unsatisfacted
it's
with
a
us.
thing.
So when you get up and stretch in the morning, what does the conversation go to? What are you going to do now?
Well, you guys are rich, so you could probably just retire.
Or we could give it to the church.
Which charity would you like us to donate your money in?
What about what about those elves?
What about them?
Ooh, we could give it to the elves.
Yeah,
We
buy
bribed
their
them.
love.
Maybe they could build themselves a submarine.
Like civilized people.
So I just want to point out that if we had a submarine, we could have gone in here and just gotten that phylactery straight away.
True.
But anyway,
If I had seen a giant seahorse.
but
In
I think
terms of-
that
in
the
terms
real
of-
thing is just to work out what to do with this phylactery.
Well, I think
agree.
possibly what I would like to do is go back to Brindletown to update my superiors on these events.
Do you think it's probably a good idea to bring a phylactery right into Brindletown?
I don't think it's a good idea to bring it anywhere, to be honest. But at least
What does the phylactery say?
He says,
think we
looking
should-
at the inanimate object.
Well, yes, and no. Do you think we should ask a phylactery its opinion?
The phylactery is very precious, I must say. It feels it's probably very valuable to you, Johnny.
Oh,
I think
very
the
valuable.
key word with there was precious.
Oh, did I say that? Sorry, I
You
missed
did.
it.
It's
Just
been
like
called that
Harry
before.
Potter.
I mean, no, they're
Is
Horcruxes.
it-
They're completely different from phylacteries. That's right.
Is it secret?
Can I?
Is
I
it
look at, I look at Derek's character and I'm like, "Don't worry, I'll get you back. We can take my owl." And I go,
I don't.
And nothing answers.
I-
Oh.
"I
And
blow
so that moment
harder."
occurs to you, maybe Killair scampered off with the owl, and you run upstairs and just left there standing on the roof of the rest
He'll
house,
be
going,
dead air in a minute.
Oh, can that when that happens, instead of my owl coming, the owl that was there, can my little owl appear, flying towards me?
"That's a
Oh,
wonderful
no.
idea. I love that. It's flown all the way from Starsong Hill to you, and it comes flapping into your arms and looks exhausted."
And it
I
has a
take it in and
letter, a letter
I
for
hug it.
wizarding school.
I love it.
I gesture to our boat and
The boat
say,
is still there.
perhaps this is our ride home.
So
Skeletons are just sigh in disappointment.
They've lost their warm and cozy.
Yeah,
Bag.
they're home.
that's
Why would you take away their
harsh.
home, Benjamin?
It wasn't me who did it. I didn't
Bloody
take the actions
hard-
that caused the
hard.
destruction.
Take it on the chin. So let's face it. There's a manticore that doesn't like him. There's 3 skeletons.
3 skeletons.
Oh,
Skeleton's
I
getting
like
a pretty rough ride in this world.
I'm sure the owl is indifferent.
The owl loves everyone, Benjamin. You know this.
Right, that's
Have
right.
you ever seen
The
an
owl
owl
hasn't
and
had a
say,
chance to really hate me yet.
That's right.
Um,
All right.
Well,
I
I'm,
think
So
we
we
I'm
need
out
to
of
go.
focus. I'm fine. I'm going to fly out of here. I'm good.
Do
We
you
need
guys
to go
Yep.
south now, don't we?
no.
So, do you guys, are you familiar with the map?
Yes, we do not need to go south.
I think we
Right, see
probably
the
need
map?
to go south.
We've come south to come here, haven't we?
Can we go
Guys-
full
Yep. So you guys are somewhere in the middle of Lake Reston at the moment. To the south, you can see Drellin's Ferry. This is Lake Reston flows out of Lake Reston to the south towards Drellin's Ferry. Brindletown, which you gather is the ultimate target of the Red Hand, is a long way to the east.
Yeah.
This is. Oh, this is the wrong map again. This is the one with the wrong names. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
right.
On the goblin map, which I thought I had, I can actually fix this quick. Because this is actually even more useful. This is the map you actually have.
"Hey"? So we went
I-
and we translated it from Elvish to Common.
Here. Okay, excellent. This is what we want. Right. Excellent. So the Ghost Lord is somewhere to the south. You can see that pointing down. And yeah, Brindletown. It says there day 35 on Brindletown. You're probably about kind of day kind of 5 or something, aren't you? Day 8 probably.
Yeah, but their whole timeline got messed up because of we
Yeah.
destroyed the Skull Gorge Bridge.
The bridge.
Near Drellin's Ferry there.
So
Why do you
didn't
want to
we-
go south?
I wanted to go down to where it says Ghost Lord.
No.
Why?
it's bad.
Why do you want to go to
Seems
Ghost
like a good
Lord?
place to be,
It's a seaside town. It's,
No,
I think your
some
motivations
sand and surf.
beg questions. I want to
think
go to
that we need-
Burnett.
We need to bargain with the Lich, and I think that Ghost Lord refers to the Lich. And now that we have the Lich's phylactery, we need to use it as a bargaining chip.
Like I said,
Isn't that why we wanted to get it?
phylactery
No.
say?
No, yeah, I think he's onto something here.
The reason we came all this way to get the phylactery was to use it.
That's true.
It is a tool for good, strange though that sounds.
Do we know that the Lich can't make another phylactery until we destroy this one?
Yeah, is anyone an expert on phylacteries? If only someone had studied them at great length for decades.
I have a
I don't think you possess that info at the moment,
I
Johnny.
step
think I
forward.
Huh? Maybe
How
you could
much do I know about it?
You could plunge, sort of deep dive down into the depths of the darkness in your past and see if you can recall this information.
There must be a reason why the Lich wants his phylactery back.
I'm just moving it up just one, Ben, so it can
That's
see
cool.
the
Thanks,
base.
Nathan. Yeah.
There we go.
Also
need
note that it does say attack Drellin's Ferry on day 5, which must be, given the amount of delay you have caused, probably fairly soon.
Hmm.
So we could go south to Drellin's Ferry,
And be
try and
heroes.
defend it from the attack, and then continue south to
I mean, there
deal
is
with the Lich.
there is a river that flows all the way down there that we could.
Yeah, and we have a
Take.
boat.
Yeah.
Which you
Indeed.
could mend. And maybe if your magic goes off when you mend the boat, we'll have a better boat.
A submarine.
We'll have a pleasure cruiser.
Did
I'd
you
say-
plumb in depths of memory to try and work out
Yeah, I think I should do something like that.
me an Arcana check and also give me an even odd roll?
Can we?
I might be able to help Johnny with maybe some of my meditative techniques,
Oh,
Plants?
using some of the kind of like the key kind of unlocking things to be able to help him out. Would that be able to give him
help him control? Is that what you're going to kind
yeah.
control.
Because he's going to come step closer to the darkness if he does it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so maybe helping strengthening his mind.
I like it. Okay, that's really wise.
What do I get advantage or something on my Arcana, or how does it work?
Yes.
Yes, that sounds good. So you sort of do kind of a, Chakotay mind-walking sort of thing. There's another reference. I do that. You descend down into your depth. You try and recall some of this knowledge. And of course, you are an absolute ancient master of how phylacteries work. You know that if this phylactery is destroyed, then if the Lich is destroyed while the phylactery is inactive, then yes, it will be destroyed forever.
Johnny, do you remember making it?
He does have skittering around the edge of his perception images of this Lich creating the phylactery, but that is held at bay to a certain extent. You know that if you can possess this phylactery, there's a great source of necromantic energy that can flow out of it into you and extend your life for a bit, and that starts to tempt you. But once again, George's sort of calming voice, his peaceful soul, pulls you away from those sort of temptations.
Is that annoying hum in the background? He's just like, you just can't concentrate on it. You're just like, damn it, just...
No. Yes. No.
It's not actually helping.
Calm.
It's just like, I can't, just shut up for a sec. Oh,
Serenity now.
If the phylactery is destroyed, then the Lich is in great peril. As long as the phylactery exists, the Lich can just regenerate over just a number of days, in fact, because a whole host of his life force or death force is inside this object.
But he can build a new one, can't he?
Yeah, that's right.
But that's
So,
a bigger
But he
process.
can't do that while he's got one.
No, that's true. No, not at all.
So is the tactic that we need to take? We need to take this. If we wanted to destroy the Lich, we would need to take the phylactery to him and destroy the physical and the phylactery at the same time. Is that?
Within a couple of days of each other.
That's
It
right,
doesn't have
yes,
to be
correct.
instantaneously
We
at the same time.
need to attack him so that the death strike is made with the phylactery. So he dies in the moment his phylactery is broken.
So you
that's
bash
so
him with
meta.
the phylactery until it
Like,
breaks.
yeah, you
and
get him
he-
to the one hit point and then you hit him with the phylactery.
Right.
Now, you also know, Johnny, that the most important thing in the whole universe, more important than friends or gold, is just to keep living, right?
Yeah.
So
Is-
the
is
only
Pete the
thing that
skeleton.
right, you
I-
think that. I mean, you know that the Lich would think that. I mean, it's
I
sort of
think he
you.
needs to have a bit of a will save against knowing that being a tool for good is far more important.
yeah, he
Give
needs
us
to
a
lower
will,
his
give us
intelligence.
a will
and
save to
get
see
that.
if this whole experience takes you one step deeper or one step out of the darkness.
Mhm.
Don't tell him
Do
what
you
it
know-
all means.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know the
Welcome
only
back.
thing the Lich is going to care about at all, especially not the petty
sort of, combats between goblins or the death of humans or anything. He's just going to care about ensuring his continued existence, because that's all that matters.
So if we can threaten that,
Or even just, yeah, that's right. Threaten damage to the phylactery, return the phylactery to his safekeeping would also do it, because he'll just have it, and he definitely won't get involved in anyone else's matters if he's got it, because he just won't care. The only reason he would have been manipulated by the Red Hand is so they would have literally threatened to destroy it.
Which is what they were defending it here for, yeah?
Just what they were doing, yeah. And
so they were holding it in the middle of Lake Rest so that they could then say, do this or we'll destroy your phylactery.
So he's now effectively not working for the Red Hand.
So we probably don't need to go and visit him.
No, we've got a spy.
Except that he knows where the phylactery is now,
Yeah.
and he sort of needs to. He's still in mortal danger unless he can retain it.
So he might be a threat
But
to
he
us.
has there's no need for him to work with the Red Hand, because
Absolutely.
He's
So
going to
now-
go rogue and try and kill me.
But he still hates us, yes.
yeah, but
Hang on, the Lich is a
forces of
rogue?
his Lich army are
That's right. You also witness Jaw, what Fagrin is playing with here. You see there's a whole horde of darkness and ill intent and hatred and selfishness that's just seeping around the edges of Fagrin's sort of consciousness, and you feel his value of eternal life and what the phylactery could mean to Fagrin in terms of.
I put it while he's in this state. I'm gonna put a number of what are they called? Those little needle things.
Acupuncture.
Tamagotchis.
Acupuncture needles into the side of his neck to activate certain key points in order to to bolster certain parts of his will
Ooh,
while he's in that state.
that's cool.
Role
give
playing
me-
acupuncture. That's
That's
a
right.
I don't think that's
Prefer.
ever been done before.
So give me.
Well, I'd do it live action, but
Yeah, I know. We're
Hey,
unfortunately separated. It's so
John,
true.
that's
I
just-
much prefer to role play it.
You're gonna give me.
That just goes
appropriate-
straight to the point.
Do you want to give me oh my god, that really. Do you want to give me some sort of check to see if you can how effectively you can do this? Oh, I'm loving this music.
How effectively I can do the acupuncture.
Yeah.
Medicine? No, you probably got something more appropriate.
Well, I'm not really sure if it's a skill or part of my character's abilities. So
Yeah.
let me
You're gonna
just
have to-
check my abilities.
Medicine?
That's what I suggested.
I'm just. Oh, sorry. I was just having a look, thinking about. I was like,
Which would be wisdom, would it?
wisdom or.
Who's taken this +2 wisdom parapet thing?
I've got it.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I can just make an
that's okay.
arcana, whatever, like an arcana medicine roll if you like.
Performance.
What about
I
a
think
stealth?
performance.
He
Sleight of hand?
sneaky puts it in.
I got a. Oh wait, I have to adjust. I got a 17.
Good, yeah. So you do. So you do some sort of weird foreign kind of medicine on Fagrin that no one understands what you're doing or why you're doing it. But as a part of this meditative trance, this touching and this thing, yeah, it almost bleeds away. Points of light appear in your imagination, Fagrin, and bleed and burn away some of the darkness that was coming to impinge. And you do feel strangely as you come back to the real world, refreshed. Though, of course, you're still embraced by this warm, desirous object that's around your neck. At any moment, likely to give you power, which makes you burn with hot awesomeness.
Unfortunately, I went a little deep on one of them, and you lost some bladder control.
No, not layer 2. Awesome. So, do we have a plan? The plan is to go south with
Go
the
to
boat.
Drellin's Ferry.
Drellin's Ferry. Okay. Excellent.
Unless Derek, unless you reckon go to Brindletown.
No, certainly I can meet up with my contacts in Drellin's Ferry and we can either help them defend the town or evacuate it, but I can also make the report and send it
And-
back to...
Buy us a new bag of holding.
Or a submarine.
Yeah, look.
Can I just say, I love this is probably the only D&D game where the two items that everybody really wants is a bag of holding and a submarine. Like, what do you want? Submarine. When do we want it? About a few hours ago.
That's right. Oh.
There's one lake. We've done the lake, and we still want a submarine.
That's fantastic. Okay, so should we take a little wee break at here? We have a plan. Basically, you head out eventually, refreshed, slightly disturbed by the goings on, and you start rowing to the south. It's satisfying rowing, going with the flow, which accelerates more and more and more the further south you come, until it's quite a frightening sort of outflow from Lake Reston, which eventually calms down into a deep and rapid flowing river that heads towards Drellin's Ferry. The last thing I'll say is there is definitely smoke rising from the west, and not too far away. In fact, the distinct sound of war drums just out of sight.
I'm up in the air on Timotheus. What do I see?
You see the forces of the Red Hand coming inevitably and powerfully down the road that is to the west of the river at Drellin's Ferry. You see forces who have already arrived near are felling trees and constructing devices to hurl stone and creature through the air across the wide river at Drellin's Ferry. You see giants and even Manticore circling above the horde further to the west, and it's an awesome and terrifying sight. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of goblins and hobgoblins.
I swoop down onto just above the boat, do the whole cool thing where the wing tips into the water, and I tell my companions, "Good companions, we are needed. An army awaits us."
Excellent. And with that, we shall take take a break. Fantastic.
We'll be back
Anyway,
right after these commercials.
Bye.